What's good, everybody? This is EQ from La Familia Music Group, and we bring to you the What's Dope in the Slow podcast. And on this episode, I bring to you Car-milia host. He's also a host for multiple radio stations. We're talking 94.3 The Beat and 104.7 La Jefa. So my boy, a.k.a. El Maza, a.k.a. Mr. Mazapan, Mr. Nice, a.k.a.
Mr. Mad Nice.
Mr. Mad Nice.
Mad Nice LLC.
You know, that's what's good, my boy. What's going on?
Man, it's been chill, bro. Today's been a mad nice day.
Mad nice. That's
It's been mad nice. We've been vibing out with the music, you know, here
Yes,
at the
sir.
studio. Got to peep that new track, you know, from Miggy C and yourself. I'm super happy about that because I think the delivery.
You like it?
Oh, I fucks with it heavy, dog. Like
Word.
the way Miggy C gets down on that track. I really feel like I told you, like, I'm like, damn, am I listening to Lloyd right now? You know, so
That's right.
So Miggy C got it dialed in on that track with the with the R&B vibes, and you come in and do your MC thing. So it's a good complimentary track between you two, and I'm excited because that project is dropping soon, right?
It's coming soon, dude. Yeah, so keep an eye on it, and you know I appreciate that, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I got it playing right here. You know,
Yeah.
real chill vibes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
real chill.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a little sneak peek. You guys can go hear that. You know, basically on all platforms. Called "Loved" by Miggy C
Loved.
and myself, EQ.
Hey.
But yeah, big dog, tell us about you, dude. What you do? You know, what's your favorite color? You know,
My favorite color is royal
Tell us
blue.
more about us, big dog.
Hey, my favorite color is royal blue. My sign, I'm a Cancer.
That's a dope color.
Yeah,
Cancer.
royal blue. Well, what I tell everybody, I'm like, you got to think about it. The fact that royal blue looks sexy as fuck on anything, whether it's a car, on a shirt,
Right.
on a female, you know, if she's rocking a dress.
That's right.
Maybe even like on her hair color. I don't know. Like ladies be dyeing their hair all kinds of colors. Shout out to the ladies who go with the funky colors. Like I'm just sticking all natural, bro. Like I can't even picture myself trying to go blonde. I feel like you would end up doing that. Like for like the Super Bowl.
For the Super Bowl.
I feel like if you were to do like a bet, you'd be like, all right, you know,
I
like
see
I'm
what
a bet
you're
for this team, and then like if I lose, like I'll bleach my hair.
I
That shit
mean,
would be
yeah,
funny. That'd be funny.
I'd do
dog.
that.
Yeah.
For the right price, you know what I mean?
Ooh, okay, so you would bet. So you'd get money, but if you lose, you'd end up dyeing your hair.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to get paid money. You would just
No,
end up wanting to bleach your hair.
no.
So
No,
it's like a
fuck
double
that.
whammy then. So you'd want money and, well, let me say that again. If you lose, you'd pay money and bleach your hair. Is that what you're saying?
I guess, yeah, sure.
Dang.
Fucking send it.
Send it. Send it. Hey, once it's sent, you can't unsend it. For the right price.
That's right.
EQ will dye his hair anywhere on his body the color you wanted.
That's right. But yeah, big dog, you know, tell us about what you do and you know, what you do at the radio station.
Yeah, bro.
And all that stuff.
Oh, no,
you know
for
what
sure,
I mean?
for sure. You know, like, so I work over in Grand Junction. I work with Grand Junction Media. They're a group of, you know, print, digital, and radio stuff.
Okay.
I work on the radio side of things. I actually, I'm the programmer for the Spanish radio station, La
Word.
Jefa, you know, 104.7.
Yep.
I have a show there middays, you know, and
Mr. Piolín en la
Aw.
mañana.
shout out Piolín, yeah, no doubt. You know, like he's a legend in the game, you know, no doubt. Got to give my props to some Jalisco people,
That's
you know,
right.
like all day, you know, got to represent. Yeah, that's right, you know, and to the same token, like
Nice.
it's mad nice, dog. Like it's mad nice. Forget you, fool. But at the same time, you know, like I'm also on the English side of things, you know, on one of our other stations, our sister station,
Yep.
94.3 The Beat. I do my thing there, like on Monday through Fridays, 2 to 7. I have a segment there called New Week, New Music, where I try to go ahead and just spotlight, you know,
I love that.
Music from up and coming artists. You know, there's independent artists all over the place. But like my take is kind of trying to just shine a little bit more light on people coming up from the Western Slope, or whether
Yeah,
it be
man.
nearby on Salt Lake or
Right.
up in Denver, you know, because there's talent out there, you know, and I just want people to get brushed up and get familiar, because at the end of the day, I love music, and you know, and if I could put you on some new music that you didn't know was local, then come on now, you got to go ahead and support local 100%. Businesses, music, you know, michelada mixes, candies like
Dude,
Babosa's
everything,
Candy,
dude.
you know,
Right.
like everybody
That's
we
how
got
we
here on the
grow.
table. Yeah. You know, and it's all raza, bro. So
Exactly.
I'm behind it 100% any way I can. Yeah.
Nah, man, 100%, dude. And I wanted to ask you, what got you into radio?
You know, the ironic thing was like, well, let me take a piece, let me dial it back a little bit more. So I actually I grew up here in Colorado, you know, finished up like middle school, high school, because I'm originally from LA.
Okay.
Well, actually, hold up. My LA people's going to get mad at me. I'm from Pasadena. Grew up in Pasadena. Up in the 626, you know.
That's right.
Born in East LA. Rep it all day.
That's right.
And then I came out here, you know, early 2000s, graduated middle school, high school out here in the mountains. And then I actually went to college in Mexico. I went to, you know, Guadalajara. I was out in Jalisco. You know, so I'm really about it.
That's right.
So I'm really about it. You know, inglés y español, no hay pedo. De volada, no hay pex. Y when I was in Mexico, you know, I did my internship at a radio station, and I think I mentioned this to you like right before we got started. Like my main focus, or not my focus, but like what I gravitated towards a lot was video. So I always liked being behind the lens, because I just thought it was really fascinating to go ahead and put stuff together and piece stuff on video. So I always figured, or I envisioned myself going that route, you know?
Okay, yeah.
But then I had an internship out in Guadalajara, you know, with a few radio stations out there. And, you know, I just did it to fulfill my requirements, because I'm supposed to do an internship, have X amount of hours logged with them and X amount of hours logged in with like a government entity, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So I never really ended up thinking I would end up going that route as a career.
Okay.
But, you know, it just panned out that way. And it makes sense for me because, like I told you before, like I like music. I really mess with music heavily. You know, hip hop is honestly like my first musical love. Like I mess with it heavy, bro. Like hip hop all freaking day. But at the same time, you know, I am Latino. Yeah, shout out to hip hop, bro. Like, you know, the pioneers, everybody in the East Coast.
That's right.
And everybody in the West Coast here in the Western Slope doing their
Smoke
thing.
Weed every day.
Oh, bro, Nate Dogg, bro.
Right.
R.I.P. Nate Dogg.
We got legends in hip hop.
Yeah. Plenty of legends, you know, and I think that's a nice thing too with like Nate Dogg. Before Auto-Tune, there was Nate Dogg.
Right.
He was your go-to like hook guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, right now it's a little bit different, you know, with the game. And I get that. Like, the situation moves different. But those unique voices will end up elevating any kind of song. Yeah. So it's good, you know. And, like, for me, like I said, I just coming from the West Coast in the golden era with, like, you know, gangster rap and everything. I got love and appreciate everything. You know, Tribe Called Quest, KRS-One. You know, Dilated Peoples. We were talking about that. Yeah, Dilated. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I just like legit, I just love hip hop, and I got mad love at the same time, you know, for música mexicana, you know, like en inglés y en español me gusta la música. Es algo que pues yo siento muy chido, porque al final del día lo que yo siempre he dicho es que la gente no siempre llega a sentirse igual al mismo tiempo. So no siempre vas a escuchar el mismo tipo de música, you know. Eso. Puedes escuchar música en rock, puedes escuchar, you know, música electrónica, hip hop, you know, jazz, like everything, you know, everything draws from everything. And at the end of the day, you know, music is what speaks that universal language to everybody, to their core. So that's what, and in a very extended way, you know, that's how I fell into radio, because I just love music. I like hearing all kinds of variation from it. I don't like sway away from anything, and I'll give anything a solid chance, because I'm that guy who gives people like the benefit of the doubt. Like, dude, that's how I consider myself. I'm just like,
no, dude, I love that, dude, you know, and especially from the background you were just explaining, you know. But what do you have on rotation right now?
On my phone?
No, on both channels on the radio stations.
Okay.
What's on rotation right now?
Yeah, so...
Just so people get a little
just so people can get a little bit of perspective.
Yeah.
So on La Jefa, you know, given the fact that we're like the only Spanish radio station here on this side, you know, on the Western Slope, I understand, you know, the majority of the population es mexicana, pero también hay gente, you know, hondureña, del Salvador, you know, shout out the people, you know, from Guatemala, los Chapines, you know.
Yeah, los Chapines.
You got people from la República Dominicana, Puerto Rico. So con eso, you know, like, es un balance muy peculiar, you know. So, Calibre 50, Banda MS, you know, ¿quién más? You got like Mike Towers on there on the station. We
Traes
got
de todo.
De tocho morocho, bro. Like, es que la verdad, si somos honestos, pues la gente tiene variedad, you know,
Eso
like
sí.
de todo. Like, no todo el día te la pasas escuchando Bad Bunny, you know. Shout out to everybody who went to that concert up in Denver.
That shit was wild,
and
dog.
still went to work the next day out here. Like, that's how you know the Latino demographic is down to support. They'll go on a weekday,
That's right,
sell that shit out.
That's right.
And then come back to work the next day. No calling out shit. No, like, calling in sick. Like, no, you're showing up, dog.
Yeah.
At least, in my opinion, I feel like That's the real Latino. I'm just kidding. No, I'm trying to get in trouble with nobody, but you know, like it's just you know, you're built different, like, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the difference between the first gen and the second gen, and I'm just saying.
Hey, you're keeping it 100%, you know.
Yeah, and you know, and on the side of the beat, you know, the take on it is just a little bit more unique because it's not fully contemporary. We have a fusion throughout the day to come through with like some 80s, early 90s stuff, and then like some 2000s. So the nice thing about that is that it's not fully like the same 20 songs that you're gonna hear all day, like that are like top on the charts. Like, that's dope. You got some variety, you know. And the reason why that went that way was because, you know, you want to go ahead and have that blend because you have the solid people that grew up with the stuff from like the 80s, some 90s, early 2000s. So you're going to know some of that stuff that you sing along that you probably haven't heard in a while. And that's the beauty of it, because it's stuff that's outside of your day-to-day playlist that makes you still be like, oh, yeah, you know, like Outkast from like Roses from Outkast, you know.
Music you haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, things that
or
like,
at all.
Yeah, or at all. Yeah. So you got stuff from like, if I think about like Eric B and Rakim. You know, like
OG
shit. Like OG stuff. You know, Paid in Full. If you know that, then
come
on now, get on that. Like, if you don't know, you need to know your history.
If you don't know,
now you know. Yeah, we got that track on there too. You know, so like, shout out to Notorious B.I.G. and everybody from his fam, and you know, all that fun stuff, like the golden era of hip hop. We play that. You know, the new stuff, we play that. The stuff before the golden era. You know, like the mean old throwbacks. We play that too, and it's just paying homage. You know, like, it's paying homage because you got stuff like even from like Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff, they did their thing. You know, Eric B and Rakim. You know, we don't got any KRS-One, but we got.
Why?
You know,
come on now.
We want to get into that. But you know, we got plenty of stuff enough that people will identify. Yeah, you know what I mean. We got plenty of stuff in there for people to identify, to go ahead and sing along or get brushed up and be like, oh, you know what? I didn't know that so and so was on track with so and so, and it's just cool, you know, to go ahead and reminisce because things come full circle. Like, I think right now one of the big things for me is that song that Lotto has, which is Big Energy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that track is actually, you know, If You Know Your Shit, is a sample off of Genius of Love.
I have yet to hear that song, but
this is a song from the 80s, and like, shout out my Uncle Precise, like, you know, that's the stuff he was jamming up. Yeah, like, bro, like, that's the stuff, you know, because he was like popping and locking and all that stuff. Like, growing up, like, I'm telling you, like, he grew up in that 80s graph era.
Part of hip hop,
part of hip hop, bro. Yeah, you know, the five elements of hip hop. You know, emceeing.
What are the 5 elements of hip hop?
All right,
ask yourself. Comment down below and see if you're right.
Yeah, DJing, emceeing, graph writing.
Yeah,
you know, breakdancing. And I'm forgetting one. Dang. I already said DJing. Ooh.
What?
Beatboxing. There we go. Yeah. Shout out to Miggy C behind the camera. Saving me. Throwing me a life rap there.
I was trying to keep up. I didn't know what he said. So beatboxing, DJing, graffiti, emceeing,
and breakdancing. Yeah. And back then, you know, like in the 80s, if you did not know all 5 of these elements, that you were not allowed to, like, mess with any of it,
exactly,
you know?
Dude.
So in that sense, like, I respect the culture to that regard, because I was telling you before, you know, we're just BSing about some stuff, and like, I got mad respect for the culture, you know, because I understand that it comes from a place, like, for me, I look at it, it comes from a place where people who had nothing made something out of nothing.
Right.
So that breeds right there in itself innovation, is when you take elements that are pre-existing and you create something new. So for our community to have limited resources and make something that has never been heard of, which turns out to be today's rock and roll, that's a huge deal.
Oh, yeah.
And can't nobody, like, knock that, you know? Like, it's mad respect for everybody doing this.
All right, so let me give you this. How do you think music has changed in the past 10 years? Or maybe not music, but as far as culture.
But culture, like how, like culture within the hip hop community, culture in general.
Whatever you want to,
however I want to take the question.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, in the last 10 years, the way it's changed is, with hip hop in general, for me, is that it's a lot more calculated.
Okay.
In the sense that when a major label pushes out a product, it's already packaged and expected to project certain numbers.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot more calculated risk than it was before. I mean, the risk has always been there, But because you look at the genre of the music and it's, 80s. Well, if we really want to get down to it, late 70s. So late 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000, and we're like in the 2020s. We're like, that's almost like 50 years, bro. So right now, I think it's just a lot more calculated because a lot more people have money to lose and they don't want to go ahead and bet on something that's going to lose them money. That's how I see like the business side of things going, As far as culture, I see it that it's been a lot more mainstream now.
Right.
And everybody is either influenced by it directly or indirectly, whether they want to admit it or not. I think the biggest reference that we have, hate it or love it, is gonna be, I know what you mean though. Like it's gonna be like Ye. Ye signing with like Gap to make clothes.
Yeah.
Like, that's fashion. Streetwear was something that people were just like, it's just stuff they threw together. They didn't call it streetwear. It's just, hey, this is my T-shirt, this is my jeans, this is my pants. Like, I'm going to just wear this,
Yeah.
And that's what it is. But, like, now, like, the biggest way I feel like that people try to integrate, like, fashion is by trying to associate it with streetwear and blah, blah, blah. But what is really street if you just look at it? It's like, it's just like the old urban culture and, like, it's just the alternative and things like that. For me, I always, one of my favorite things was skateboarding and like watching 411 videos and seeing the hip hop on that.
Yeah.
So like the culture, the street, everything is tied in, bro. So I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. Like,
no, you're good. Like, this is the place to do it.
That's the place to do it.
This is the place to do it.
Yeah, because I'm always on a time set at work, so gotta get in and out with my point. Like, let's go, get my point across. Shout out to Snoop Dogg with the whole Death Row situation. Yeah, bro, I'm super excited about that, because as I said before, well, you got to think about it from Snoop Dogg and his business side of things. Like, he was running Def Jam. Yep. He put out an album, and I don't know. I believe it's called The Algorithm.
Snoop Dogg does everything.
Bro, Snoop Dogg is not. I feel like that's one of the things that I respect Snoop Dogg for is that he's just gonna like go for it. He's like, I don't give a fuck what you got to think about.
Right.
I'm just gonna hop on this and get the thing going. But I believe with his latest project, The Algorithm, he had his project set up, but at the same time, he set something up to where I think he could go ahead and branch out with MCs from Latin America.
Okay.
Because I saw something like that where he had all the flags up from Latin America, like behind him on the album cover for that. And for me, that's huge because, again, the Latino community fucks heavy with hip-hop.
Okay.
And for me, one of my fondest memories, like growing up in California before we moved out here to the Rockies was... Everybody fucking knew the words from Chronic 2001, bro.
Man, come
like,
on now.
Everywhere you went. Like, bro, like, I was, like, at that time, I was, like, what, like, between 10 to 12 years old. And, like, everybody just, like, rapping Eminem's part, Dre's part, Snoop's part, like, Nate's part, like, on anything. So that just, that for me was fucking, it was the best thing ever. Just to know that it doesn't matter where you were at. You'd be able to link up with people and everybody would know the joint, and you just sing along and you're like, hey, that's right. So again, bring that full circle with Snoop and him starting his major stuff with Death Row, doing the business side of things, did his thing with No Limit and everything else, Master P, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But that's mad nice. Like,
he worked with a lot of people, dude.
Yeah, ideally that's mad nice. Like, imagine that. Like,
Mr. Mad Nice.
Yeah, Mr. Mad Nice LLC. Hashtag.
That's right.
I'm about to register that bitch, so don't come at me like if you come with that shit too late.
Yeah, you can't use it too much.
No.
Don't wear it out.
AKA El Maza, AKA Mr. Mad Nice.
Would you put Snoop Dogg in your top 5? Here,
Bro, we've had this conversation so many times, but I think that's what's fun about it because every time we talk about it, it goes so different. Yeah. So, man.
I usually ask you top 5 dead or alive.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to ask you top 5 dead, R.I.P.
Oh, you just gave me chills on that one, bro.
That's right. Hit you right in the soul.
That's right.
Or top 5 alive. Then what did you put Snoop Dogg in any of them?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'd have to put him in one because he's still alive. What are you talking about?
I guess you're right.
All right. So top 5 dead. Okay, for sure. R.I.P. Chente. 100%,
That's my boy right there.
The homie, like...
That's my dad.
Es tu papá. Es mi tío, güey. Somos familia.
Oh.
Neta, güey. Yeah. Like, shout out to my cousin. Like, el primo siempre decía, es que Chente es mi papá, güey. I was like, I met your dad. He looks nothing like him, but okay.
Es mi tío.
Es mi tío, güey. Yeah. No, so shout out, like, Vicente Fernandez for sure. Like, top 5 dead. Because,
dude, that's a good one, yeah.
Like, he definitely gets you on the feels, bro. And he's from Jalisco. And his, like, everything legend. Else, like, yeah, so there's that. Yeah. On number 2, I'd say Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, that's another good one.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix, just because, like, just so many different things. For him, I just like the fact that him and I share common ground and the fact that we're left-handed, and him just being so different on the scene, just looking to do his own thing. So that individuality for him, I think was separated him. It was mad nice.
Mad nice. That's right.
And at the same time, like he was just, I feel, ahead of his time, but because of what he decided to indulge in his excess and his lifestyle, didn't really get a chance to really portray to the full extent who he was had we had more time with him. So maybe.
Okay.
So that's like en la música mexicana, en el rock and roll. Si nos vamos con hip hop, yo diría que falleció. Pues yo voy a ser consistente y te voy a decir, yo creo que Biggie también, for sure, porque dude. Biggie tenía una presencia que tú dices, hey, yo me arrimo con este camarada y voy a cotorrear bien,
So Tupac over Biggie?
I won't say over Biggie. I'm just saying, I'm bringing up Biggie. I won't say like, over.
All right.
No, because again, te digo, pues I grew up in the West Coast and Tupac was repping the West, even though he was born in the East. But we won't get, all right. We won't speak semantics. We won't speak logistics. But Biggie for me in this sense, because of, the way he had delivery and the way he just made it seem so effortless and his flow was there.
I agree.
Again, just putting it out there, for me, it would just seem so effortless. He was just on it, bro, and I feel like if he would have stuck around a little bit longer, it would have been a totally different situation.
Right.
But that's what I'm gonna leave it, because we got to get through with this. So number 4, I'm not
rushing you, dog.
No, I know. I'm rushing myself, because otherwise,
right, so
I know myself.
You're at 3, right?
I'm at 3, yeah. So number 4, we'll pick a female, bro. We can't leave nobody. Selena Quintanilla,
that's
bro.
Right.
Selena Quintanilla.
Oh,
impactful, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
impactful
a good one, dude.
on the Latino side of things, she's just doing her thing. Gone way too soon. Again, como la flor, bro. Con tanto amor, bidi bidi bam bam, bro. Like, all that stuff, bro. Like that is timeless.
Yeah.
You play that stuff now. And, like, people still know it. People still want to vibe it out. They're not going to skip through it at a party.
Right.
Because of how it resonates and because that's, bottom line, that's what music does. It hits you at your core where it imprints, like, a memory. And it's either going to make it reflect again when you hear the song or it's going to make you want to direct that song to someone else so that they can go ahead and do that. So definitely can't leave out the females on that side of things, bro. And lastly, let's see here. Who else? Que ha llegado a fallecer.
One more.
Uno más. I guess Aaliyah, bro.
Oh,
Aaliyah for me. Yeah, one. Aaliyah.
That's
again on the hip hop world, R&B stuff, gone way too soon.
Yep.
A lot of potential.
Yep.
And I feel like maybe not enough time she gets her flowers, bro, and she deserves them, like, majorly, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was young and I knew from a very young age that I loved women. So seeing someone like Aaliyah and her range and her voice, bro, she was mad special, bro. Mad special.
Mad nice.
It's mad nice. So that's it. So, like, as far as, like, gente that's, like, passed away, that's what I'd go with on my top 5.
That's a good list, man.
Thank you. And this is, like, coming up on the spot too. Like,
that's
not
right.
like I like I wrote it. Yeah, it'll change. So by the time him and I have this combo again, it might be a little bit different.
That's right.
But on the alive side of things,
yeah, on the alive side of things, I think that's switches it
even,
up. It makes it, I think, a little
trickier.
harder because it's more people dropping stuff.
Yeah.
Or music,
Yeah.
So what are your top 5 alive?
Alive, I'm a just stick to
and
the
it changes every time.
Yeah, it changes every time, bro. So, like, I'm going to start off with Kendrick, bro. Kendrick, for me, like, from a newer generation, bro, repping the West Coast, doing his thing. And I feel like, again, like, just because he's got a track called Humble, but still, like, I feel like that's a genuinely nice cat, bro. For real.
I agree.
We were talking about a few different things, so I guess if I try to go ahead and polarize it and stay within hip-hop, down south, I'll go with Big Crit.
Okay.
You know, Big Crit is super dope when it comes to production and also on
slept
MC.
on, Doug.
Yeah, I feel like
sure.
I definitely feel like Big Crit is someone who slept on a lot.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things too is like when we went to the Flowbots concert, shout out in Shiloh, who opened up that. Yeah. I actually ended up linking up. I don't know if I ended up telling you.
Okay.
But I ended up linking up with a few people from work, and one of the cats I was there with from work, he had a Big Crit like on his wallpaper.
Oh, no shit.
And I was like, oh bro, like, and we just started chopping it up and go that route. So again, Big Crit definitely, you know, Big Crit, Kendrick Lamar, shoot, I can't leave out J. Cole, so for sure J. Cole. J. Cole,
oh,
yeah, J. Cole. Yeah, J.
I mean,
Cole.
in this new era, I think J. Cole deserves to be
J.
in
Cole,
every spot.
I think with the thing with J. Cole, and I think what amplified it, and if you haven't really kept up with it, it's just like middle child, bro. Like we were having that conversation a little bit before we got started. It's like he grew up with the era from, you know, like the 90s stuff, the early 2000s, but he's also with this era right now because he's still doing his thing. So for sure, yeah, for me, J. Cole, Kendrick, you know, Big Crit. Okay. And I'm going to venture out of hip hop at this point because I feel it's only right if I did it with Chente on the death side things.
Okay.
Like, for me, man, I should have prepped myself better for that. Pero que me gusta.
You on the spot.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. Like, I think de música mexicana, like, a mí me gusta.
¿Quién sería?
¿Quién sería? Pues sería, yo creo que Jera MX or Secan.
Secan,
you know, like the time when I was
making music for a long
Secan,
ass time,
shout out to Secan, bro. Like, cause cuando yo estuve viviendo en Guadalajara, bro, like, sí me acuerdo, bro. Like, yo iba pues, a la escuela y todo el rollo, y el morrillo que vivía enfrente de donde yo me estaba quedando, you just bumping that Secan, like in that underground feel, you know. So, like, lo que me gusta with artists is like that hunger you can hear, dog.
Right.
So I appreciate that, and that's for me what makes me want to keep up with artists is because I can hear that hunger in their voice, in their tone, in their delivery, right. And you're like, damn, like this fool wants it.
He wants it. Right.
He wants it. Yeah. So let's get with it. But I guess, man, I feel bad leaving a left out with a female MC. So I guess again, don't get mad at nobody, but like again,
no hurt feelings.
Kendrick, J. Cole.
Yep.
I said Big Crit, and I'm just going to put Secan over Jera MX just because I've been listening and I know more of Secan's, you know, deal.
Damn, like that?
Yeah, but I mean, I
get it. I get
like,
where you're coming from.
Yeah, like I can't leave out. I feel, man.
He's been in it longer.
I don't want to, I don't want to put words in my mouth, pero así la vamos a dejar.
Yeah.
Secan y por último tengo que poner una female, bro, for me, Snow the Product.
Snow the Product. Good one, dude.
Snow the Product, like is Latina, bro. Dude, she's hustling.
Bad,
she's been doing her thing for a while. She's come out to Grand Junction plenty of times, and unfortunately, I haven't caught her live yet. So I need to do that. It's on my to-do list. Which she's got a tour, and I'm gonna see that. I gotta figure something out. She's got her tour, Dale Gas. Yeah, but
Dale Gas.
Yeah, hey, no me pagaron nada, pero todos modos, yeah, con Alemán, bro. She's got that track with Alemán. Dale Gas. Alemán is dope. Yeah, good MC. I liked his project that he dropped, Huracan. Definitely for sure.
Oh, shit, yeah,
Tigo. So I'm really about the music, bro. Like I dabble in music all day, and whether it's instrumental, whether it's hip hop, whether it's, you know, regional mexicano, and I can make for you. I could just make other lists, you know, like if but we'll just keep going, bro. Because
I want you to make.
Yeah, you want me to make another list right now on the spot? I'll just
no, another list. This list is no. This list, is I know you help out a lot of local talent, right? From the western, I guess, from the western slope, Salt Lake. You know, you help people out, dog. You know, whether it's from Denver, wherever it is, in the area or near area. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this next list, I want you to, I guess, put me on a couple people.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that.
Maybe I've heard of them because I do follow you and you do post a lot of music.
Yeah, bro. See, you know, he said it, not me. I post a lot of music. He said it, not me.
Yeah, so follow in Maza. You know the deal.
I'll put you up on some stuff for sure.
Yeah, 100%. If you go listen to Big Crit and all these cats that, you know,
that I just
probably are like,
you'll get put up on game on some of this stuff.
Oh, that's some good shit.
Oh, no doubt. So
around
it's mad nice. Fuck you. So right off the top, you're Richard.
That's right.
Ricardo, you're a Richie Ricardo, you know, from I Love Lucy. But we'll leave it at that because I'm gonna date myself with that shit, with that reference. Heyo. So again, on the female side of things, I want to shout out Rachel Bailey. She's an artist out of South Carolina, by way of Denver.
She's
doing her thing,
great
bro.
Voice, man.
Awesome voice. The homie JC Quinn, also out of Denver. I love what he's doing. His sound with the English and Spanish.
Okay.
Definitely holding down true to his roots. You might heard this dude. His name is Miggy C. He's mad nice fool. Like, he's got a new track with a dude named EQ, part of La Familia. That fool is a sleeping giant, bro. Like, every time I hear his stuff, I can hear progressionally, like, what he's doing. And like, legit, like, I know he's going to make it big. I know this is what he's supposed to do. And I know he knows that.
Yeah.
But
he does know that. It's a little cocky bastard.
But I think the bottom line with it is that everybody else needs to know that.
Shout out Miggy C.
Shout out Miggy C. No doubt, 100% part of La Familia Music Group.
That's right.
Number 4, I'd say, K the Dog from Salt Lake City.
The Dog, okay.
K the Dog, bro, he's dope. Like, for real.
I heard some stuff, dude, and he's good just from following you, dude.
Yeah, he's dope. And then also, again, like, nobody be mad at me for
He's forgetting. All right, he's on
no,
the
I'm
spot,
not.
right?
I'm not forgetting. Yeah, exactly. Because you already know. But again, I also want to shout out Gabino Grimes, also from Salt Lake City.
Word.
He's a cat who's definitely about it. Out in Salt Lake City, he puts on for the culture as well. He's an MC.
Yeah.
He's been on the battle rap scene on that side of things out there.
Okay.
He's got his own projects, but at the same time, he's also with public radio out there, KRCL, if I'm not mistaken, with the call letters. And so him and his co-host, host a show on public radio. That's
awesome.
what they do. They feature hip hop, so I got to give it up to him, bro. Like, I got to give it up to everybody. And that's no disrespect to nobody. And I'm not purposely leaving anybody out. Like, everybody that I've ever chopped it up with, I believe in your stuff. And that's why I keep reposting it.
Mad nice.
Because it's mad nice. Fuck you, boy. It's mad nice. Like, what else can I say? Está bonito, está chingón, güey, está fregón. La neta, sí, güey, a huevo. El pedo es que la neta, con la música que escucho yo todos los días, en lo personal, así al chile, güey, es que si no, al chile, güey, si no me gusta, no lo voy a volver a poner, güey. No lo voy a compartir.
Yeah.
Y es la neta, like, con toda la raza con la que yo he comunicado, he mandado mensajes y todo ese rollo, la neta es porque me late la música que tienen, me late su rollo y siento que son personas individuales en lo que están haciendo y que no están queriendo copiar a nadie más, que son personas netamente interesadas en su carrera, en la música y que quieren hacer algo chingón. Like, that's it.
No, sí, y estos artistas que mencionaste se avientan.
A huevo todos, güey, todos avientan, se la rifan machín,
Hey.
And everybody's doing their thing, again, that's
so
not
shout
to
out
take,
to them,
shout out to everybody,
all those
like,
guys,
everybody I've ever chopped it up with, and talked about your music and just said some stuff.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, and like, it's wholeheartedly, like, everything I've said to you, bro, like, so yeah.
But yeah, Big Dog, what else you got? What are you working on with yourself or with business wise? What else you got going on with you with Maza?
Yeah. So with Angel D, aka El Maza, aka Mr. Mad Nice LLC. Honestly, just trying to chop it up with more people, bro. When it comes to music, because so far, based off what I've been doing, with the new week, new music segment, I've been able to link up with plenty of artists, and I'm super grateful for everyone that I've been able to talk to.
Okay.
Excuse me. And at the same time, like, I want to go ahead and find ways to go ahead and link people up. Because, like, for me, I think that's what it comes down to. Like, I'm just a people person, bro. Like, I genuinely like having true conversations with people. I don't consider myself a superficial person, over the top shit. And, probably if I don't mention certain people on this podcast right now, like, there's plenty of shit that I'm going to talk to you about, like, when we finish this shit. But, like, for real, like, there's a lot of stuff. For me, like, I'm just, doing my new week, new music segment, just chopping it up with people out of Denver, people here, people in Salt Lake, and there's some stuff in the works. I decided to go that route with myself and, like, just put more stuff up on YouTube, because of the distance, the long distance feel. That's what I can do to supplement it. It's just go ahead and hop on a call with some people and put it out there. There's mad talent out there, and there's no reason why, they can't get their shine, they can't get their spotlight. I'm super happy because everybody's doing their thing, bro. Everybody that I've talked to that's doing their music thing, they're really about it, bro. Like, no one's really, how can I say this? Like, everyone's passionate about what they're doing. It's not like, oh, it's just some way that I'm trying to go ahead and, like, looking to make some money.
Right.
No one. No one's ever hit me with some stuff like that. And if they did, I probably wouldn't even continue the conversation.
Right.
Like, that's just me being real. Yeah, man.
So with that being said, you know, you working in the radio and all that stuff, you know, what advice would you give to the young cats that are trying to reach out to you? And
well, not even to me, but just like to other people
or whatever.
Yeah, like,
you know?
that are looking to go ahead and push some stuff, whether it's networking or into the to the radio space.
Yeah.
So one thing you need to understand, I think that probably doesn't get talked about enough is that you need to have, I mean, obviously, you know, you make music for yourself.
Right.
But you also need to understand that, you know, people are going to relate to you to a certain point. And if you're going to look to make music that's going to get shared amply, like you're going to need to make quote unquote music for the masses, the more people that can relate to what you're saying, the more that exposure you'll be able to get.
Right.
You know, so when you make something, you've got to have an intent in mind. That would be my number one suggestion. Not so much, intention. Good intention. Not so much like, oh, it's premeditated and I want to do this and blah 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 blah. Right. You know, but know that if you're into this thing called music, it's not easy. Takes a lot of work. A lot of long hours. And something I saw recently, which I really like, I was like, wow, it's mad true.
Mad nice.
It's mad nice because the words were put together properly.
You were gonna do it.
No, so what it was is they were saying, you know, that how artists put so much of their own time for you to take a little bit of your life to listen to what they put out. Yeah. 100%. And when I saw that, I was like,
it's true.
Damn, that's so true. Because like, just to put it in perspective for people who don't do music, who aren't involved, say they threw down 50 hours on something and the track is 3 minutes long, you listen 15 seconds and you change it. That's fucked up. And the bottom line, that's fucked up because if someone is putting that much time into doing something, then they deserve a chance for you to go ahead and fully listen through it. If you don't like it, that's respectable. Right. But you have to understand that people are putting in money, time, this non-tangible fucking item that we have. Time, motherfucker. Yeah, time.
Straight up. Time is money.
Time is, there's a reason why they say time is money, because if you use this non-tangible form and you lock it in right, you will make this tangible paper. You know, but it takes a long time. Right. So with the concept of time, anybody watching right now, listening, music takes a long time. Not because you suck, not because the right people aren't playing your stuff, not because you don't have the right hashtag, the right video. No, because it is a learning process. Every person doing music has to find their voice. And when they find that, throughout the progression, the people that have been following them will be able to amplify their sound. And that's what it comes down to. So my advice in a very roundabout way is if you send a DM to someone that's in radio or in the business or something, and they don't get back to you, don't fucking take it personal. It's not personal. You have to understand that everybody's doing their thing, trying to find their way on. So yes, radio definitely helps, but it's not the end all be all. And I say that just like
everything else, right?
Just like everything else. And I say that to say this because I'm sure you know plenty of people who have not gone to college and have made a lot of money. Right. Legally or illegally. No, I'm just kidding. No. Hey, money's money. No, but that's really what I mean. You know, if you think about it that way, everybody is not really meant for the same path. There's different paths to go ahead and get success, because success is kind of like the saying that goes that truth is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. Your truth is different from Miggy C's truth, from EQ's truth.
I said fuck Miggy C.
Cachetes.
Cachetes.
That's going to be his next word of the day. We're going to manifest.
Do you think he knows what cachetes means?
Probably. I would hope so, because he's cachetón igual que yo. So I'm sure he'll be like, ay, mira tus cachetes, mijo. You know, but... Man, I'm just rambling. But
nice.
You know, but bottom line, you make music, this shit's going to take time. Right. You want to be surrounded with people that are passionate about this just as much as you are. It's not that don't consider this a hobby or that want to do this shit like, cuando se me antoje. No. Quieres estar con un equipo, güey, que esté dedicado.
A huevo.
Si el equipo no está dedicado, no tienes un equipo. Tienes a gente que está al lado tuyo para decirte, oh, suena chingón, güey. And they're going to talk shit about your stuff behind your back.
Es el tiempo gastado.
Pues no es, pero es que no lo... Bueno, si de ese lado sí, tiempo gastado. Y no tienes que verlo. Hay diferencia entre tiempo gastado y tiempo invertido.
Eso.
Bottom line.
Pero si te están gastando el tiempo, no están llegando. Y
Sí.
Pues,
la gente va y viene.
No esperes a nadie.
Sí, la gente va y viene. El camino está ahí. Tú tienes tu visión. No todos van a ver la visión que tú tienes.
Eso.
Entonces tienes que saber eso y entenderlo desde un principio. Porque tú tienes la visión y si la gente no ve eso, entonces, ¿qué crees? No diría que no te sirve, sino que más bien te estorban. Te están ayudando a nublar tu visión, porque si tú lo ves claramente y no te apoyan, no te ayudan, nada más se están nublando ahí y no te van a ayudar a llegar a esa próxima etapa que tienes que llegar. Así de fácil, chingada.
Así de fácil. So, Maza, what's dope in the slope?
Okay, what's dope in the slope? I got you. So, when it comes to like tattoos and stuff,
whatever.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and shout out, the homie Francisco.
Okay.
He's got a tattoo shop out in Grand Junction,
Word.
501 Tattoos.
Word.
He's Raza, he's from Jalisco. So extra points for me. And for him. And the reason why, for us,
For everyone.
the reason why I want to shout him out is because this dude is serious about his craft.
Okay.
He's got attention to detail, and he will definitely take care of you. He's genuinely the kind of person that is looking to go ahead and set you up with something that you want.
That's hard.
Versus something that's going to get him paid.
You said in Grand Junction?
Yeah, in Grand Junction, 501 Tattoos. 501 so if you want to go get it and get something nice, an artist who has got mad quality and can get you set right is Francisco, 501 Tattoos. 501 for sure. Tattoos. And at that same point, because I'm rocking it right here, Sierra Concrete. Anybody who's looking to get some concrete work done up in Grand Junction, whether it's on your property, like para ahí el sidewalk or otra vez para el garage y todo ese pedo, like shout out, Sierra Concrete. You can go ahead and find them on Facebook, Instagram. Shout out to Familia Gutierrez for sure. They're doing their thing up in Grand Junction. So that's what's up in the slope, homie.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I love that, Put me on some game and,
no doubt.
Hopefully some people that are maybe looking to get some concrete done or looking for a tattoo artist.
De todo, de tocho morocho.
Eso.
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast is about, So before I let you go, Big Dog, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? You got on your mind?
On my mind? Nah, bro. Like I think we covered a lot of stuff. Bottom line, like I'm just a dude who loves music.
That's right.
I'm a dude who loves to support anybody any way I can. Hence why I shouted out the people I did right now.
That's right.
And again, like circling back to what I said before, if I didn't name you, it doesn't mean anything against you.
Don't get your feelings hurt.
Yeah. We
still think about you.
I'm thinking I'll probably DM you after this shit is done, bro. Like so, no te agüites, güey.
All right, fair enough, Big Dog. Well, I definitely appreciate you having you here.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, bro. This is mad nice.
You do a lot of stuff for us, man. So I appreciate you, Big Dog.
You already know. Thank you, brother.
We'll be in touch. You know the deal.
Yeah,
everybody,
be in touch. Hey, have a good night.
That's right.
Take it easy.
So we could get on it. I'm trying to learn your scars so that I could kiss on it. And learning how to love you lies in your trauma. Let's heal together, mama. Hey, baby, give me all of your love. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me show you how to be loved.